happened last night, I'm gonna let that shit slide, all right?
Okay.
You don't need to speak to her no more.
I don't want to speak to her no more.
All right, so don't let it happen, all right? And then we ain't gonna have no problems.
Listen,
all right?
Tell her to stop saying the shit that she says.
No, she can say whatever she wanna say.
Not to me, though.
Hold on.
Not to me.
No, she said whatever she
me.
wanna say.
How do you want me not to talk to her and then she can say shit to me?
I'm telling you.
Does that make sense to you?
If she says something to you, you address me. You don't speak to her.
Shaq ain't gonna let nothing pop out. No, but I just need you to stay with me. Shaq ain't finna let shit pop out.
You tell her. Don't be coming at me with the crazy shit.
I'm telling you.
And I would, if she come at me with the crazy shit,
hold on. I'm telling you some shit right now. I know about the past, right?
The situation involving Quad Webb and her boyfriend Anthony King Morrison has taken a dramatic and unexpected turn. As many of you know, Quad is no stranger to the public spotlight, but this scandal is something nobody could have predicted. Anthony King, her boyfriend, has been implicated in a major luxury car theft ring, and the details are beyond wild.
I ain't gonna
you know
fight
her
the past.
side of the past.
Tell me something different then. Tell me something different.
You gonna find out.
Tell me something different.
You gonna find out.
You don't want to find out.
What don't I want to find out? Listen, I'm a doctor, bro. I ain't got time to be fighting with people who coming up and you talking, sending them like veiled threats. I don't have time to fight you or anybody else.
I ain't making no threats.
Anybody else.
I ain't making no threats.
I just hope she takes
I ain't making no threats.
I hope you sweep off her feet.
I ain't making no
sweep her
threats.
as far as you can sweep her, bro.
Bruh.
Look, I got no words for her.
I said one thing.
But tell her to stop saying shit
As long
about
as you
me.
ain't got no words, we good.
Damn,
All right?
man. What, man?
All right?
Who you think you're
No,
talking to, bro?
man, I'm talking to you, mother. What you gonna do? No, we don't need you in here.
I figured you was like that, because I know how your girl is. So I figured you was like that. Figured you
Help me. You up?
That's what you want to do.
Oh, shit. No.
No. What you talking about?
That's how they roll. Oh, hell no.
Stolen Lamborghinis, Porsches, and even a Rolls-Royce that was allegedly hidden at Quad's house have all come to light. This isn't just a petty crime. According to federal authorities, King was deeply involved in a well-organized criminal operation targeting high-end dealerships across Georgia. Now, before we dive deeper into the legal side of things, let's take a step back and rewind. King's public persona was one of success and wealth. On the surface, he appeared to be living the dream: flashy cars, designer clothes, private jets, exclusive parties. He had it all. He even mastered Instagram, showcasing a life that many would envy. To the public eye, he was the perfect self-made entrepreneur, always hustling, always grinding, living the high life. But behind all the shiny posts and perfectly filtered pictures, King was hiding a much darker secret. It turns out that his seemingly perfect lifestyle wasn't as legit as it appeared. All those luxury cars weren't actually his, and it became clear that his empire wasn't built on clean money. Behind the scenes, King was allegedly running a criminal operation. He wasn't just living a double life on social media, he was living it in the real world, too. The whole thing blew up when the authorities began investigating a stolen Rolls-Royce. This car wasn't just any vehicle, it was a six-figure luxury car, one you'd only see in rap music videos. When the authorities started looking into the theft, King's name kept popping up. And when they dug deeper, they discovered that he was involved in a much bigger operation than anyone had realized.
Teamwork makes the dream work, and in most cases it does.
But in this case,
It's gonna be some shit.
This wasn't some small-time hustle. It was an organized crime ring that involved stolen luxury cars, fake IDs, and fraudulent paperwork. The cars were stolen, the titles were altered, GPS trackers were disabled, and the vehicles were then sold off to private buyers or moved across state lines. King's involvement wasn't minor. According to court records, he played a central role in the entire operation. This wasn't just a few stolen cars, this was a well-executed criminal ring, and King was right in the middle of it. The stolen Rolls-Royce, which set off the entire investigation, wasn't just a one-off incident. It was part of a much larger and more dangerous game that stretched across state lines.
Probably is a lot for him to see me being happy and have a handsome man who's young and strong. And should I not be allowed to say those things because my ex-husband is sitting here with his new wife? Nobody didn't have that type of grace for me when they was parading around.
Once the GPS trackers on the cars went dark, that's when law enforcement started connecting the dots, and one by one, the pieces of the puzzle fell into place. King was eventually arrested, but it wasn't for his flashy lifestyle or his Instagram fame. It was because he was allegedly at the center of one of the most organized car theft operations in Georgia. So where does Quad fit into all of this? Let's be honest, Quad's life is always in the public eye, but when the news broke about Anthony King's involvement in this car theft ring, she went completely silent. That silence left fans wondering, was Quad in on it? Did she know what King was really doing, or was she just another victim of bad judgment? The truth is, we don't know for sure, but it seems like she was blindsided by the whole thing. There have been whispers suggesting that King might have used Quad's name to help him with his business. After all, being in a relationship with a popular reality star could open doors and help create a certain public image. If King wanted to impress people or make connections, being associated with someone like Quad would certainly help. But the most uncomfortable possibility is that he might have used her name to make his own criminal activities appear more legitimate. When Quad finally spoke out, she made it clear that she had no involvement in King's crimes. According to her, she was just as shocked as the rest of us when she found out what he was really up to.
Oh, they said you're going to jail, baby. You why? Why would he do
What am I going to jail for?
No, don't try to put my
Yeah, I'm
baby
going
in
to jail
jail.
for an argument.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. All right.
That's done, honey. King called down to the police precinct, child. They said that was ridiculous and they cannot file any charges. So, people say anything. Anything, don't, and y'all run with it. Don't run with it, baby.
Was
Gotta
I
check
banned
into
from
it.
the show?
So here's the thing in reference to the show. What happened with that after what we saw on the sandbar? My ex, his ego was stepped on, and so he wanted to get one up on us, and so he decided that he wanted to go to the network and complain and go to the police department and try to quote unquote file some charges. And so for the moment, until we were done investigating, they had said that King can film, but he could not film with the rest of the group at that time. But he could, of course, we have our own personal story, so he could continue to film with.
She described the situation as devastating, not just because of the embarrassment, but because someone she trusted had been living a lie under her roof. She deleted all traces of King from her social media accounts before making her statement, and her silence before speaking was incredibly telling. When Quad did finally address the situation, she was direct and emotional. She didn't try to sugarcoat things or give a typical PR answer. She said she felt violated and used, and she emphasized that King had manipulated not only her but also the public perception of their relationship. She made it clear that she had no knowledge of his double life and found out the same way everyone else did through the media. There are even rumors that Quad showed up to one of the early court hearings, but not to support King. Rather, it seems like she was there to get closure. She didn't stay long, and she avoided the cameras, but her presence at the courthouse spoke volumes. She was facing the reality of what had happened and wanted to move on without looking back. But then, things took a surprising turn in the courtroom. During the trial, King's defense team tried to spin the situation in a way that no one expected. Instead of fully denying his involvement in the car theft operation, they hinted that King might have been a pawn in a much bigger scheme. They suggested that people in higher circles had used him because of his connection to Quad. The idea was that these people knew King's relationship with her would give them the perfect cover for their illegal activities.
Can I put you guys on pause for just a second? Let me tell you something. I have never laid with a married man. And in this married man that they're speaking of, I hired him to work for me. And I do have audio to prove who really slept with the man. Don't test me.
Next season.
Wait a minute. Watch this. Wait a minute, sweetheart. Wait a minute. So along with the polygraph test, if I need to, there is audio. And I've already checked with the attorneys in Georgia. I can run it.
This defense strategy raised eyebrows, and some people began questioning whether King was simply a victim of his own ambitions. Was he just a flashy boyfriend caught up in a criminal operation, or was he chosen because of his ties to someone like Quad, who already had public visibility? While the court didn't fully buy this theory, it definitely made people think twice about the situation. It left fans wondering if there was more to the story than just a flashy criminal and his reality star girlfriend. In the end, the courtroom drama came to a close. King was found guilty of grand theft auto, wire fraud, and conspiracy. The prosecution presented a strong case, laying out the timeline of the stolen cars, showing how they were tracked and linked to King and his crew. The stolen Rolls-Royce was part of a much larger pattern of thefts, and the evidence against King was overwhelming. The court had receipts, including fake documents, altered VIN numbers, and incriminating messages between King and his accomplices. The verdict was clear: King would be facing serious prison time for his role in the luxury car theft operation. But while King's legal battle came to an end, Quad's public battle was just beginning. While some fans have stood by her, saying that she's a victim in all of this, others have questioned how she could have been so close to someone living a double life without realizing it. The scandal has definitely affected her public image, and some people are wondering if this will impact her career and future on Married to Medicine. The timing of this scandal has also raised suspicions. Some fans believe that King may have been set up by someone within Quad's circle, or maybe even by someone from her past. There's been tension and jealousy among some of the cast members over the years, so it wouldn't be surprising if someone saw an opportunity to drag Quad into this mess. But, of course, none of this has been confirmed, and it's all just speculation. As for Quad, she's facing a tough road ahead. Will she continue on Married to Medicine, or will she step back to rebuild her life privately? The producers may want to ride the wave of this drama for ratings, but Quad might prefer to take a break and rebuild her reputation in her own time. One thing's for sure, this situation is far from over. Whether Quad was simply a victim or if there's more to the story remains to be seen. As the drama continues to unfold, fans are left to wonder, was Quad set up, or did she simply ignore the red flags? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain: Quad's life will never be the same again. What do you think? Was Quad just caught in a bad situation, or did she miss the signs? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss any updates. And that's a wrap on this crazy story. Quad Webb has definitely found herself in the middle of a whirlwind, and it seems like the drama is far from over. With Anthony King Morrison now facing serious charges for his role in a major luxury car theft operation, Quad's life has been turned upside down. While some fans believe she's just an innocent woman caught in the wrong situation, others are still questioning how she could have been so close to someone living such a secretive double life. Whether or not Quad was deliberately targeted or simply blindsided by King's actions, one thing is clear: her reputation and future on Married to Medicine are now under the microscope. What happens next is anyone's guess, but with all the twists and turns in this case, we'll be keeping an eye on how things unfold. So, what do you think? Was Quad a victim of bad luck, or is there more to this story than meets the eye? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you won't miss any updates on this ongoing drama. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Whether or not Quad was deliberately targeted or simply blindsided by King's actions, one thing is clear: her reputation and future on Married to Medicine are now under the microscope. What happens next is anyone's guess, but with all the twists and turns in this case, we'll be keeping an eye on how things unfold. So, what do you think? Was Quad a victim of bad luck, or is there more to this story than meets the eye? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you won't miss any updates on this ongoing drama. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.